everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a seasonal chakra reading for each star sign. So as we're going into September, obviously the autumn period, this will cover September, October and November. And basically what I'm going to do is put the chakra stones in a bag, and then I will pick one out, and that will obviously tell you what you need to be focusing on regarding your chakra over that season period. So the cards I'm going to be using for the readings, which obviously I've premeditated on the cards as I normally do for most of my readings, are the Colette Baron Reed cards. I've got the Good Tarot, the Enchanted Map, the Wisdom of the House of Night. Those are all Colette Baron Reed's decks, and obviously I'll put the links below. And then I have the Universe Has Your Back deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. Those are decks that I've used in my previous readings. I've also got the Moon Goddess Affirmation by Terry Foss, and these are lovely cards which I will be doing as a random pull at the end of the readings. And then for the animal medicine cards, because obviously it's to do with chakra and what you know, the influences around you, I've got the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit by Kim Kranz. So this is the first time I've used this in my readings. And I've also got a new deck which is Whispers of Healing, which obviously ties in, I think, with the actual chakra readings, and that's by Angela Hartfield. They're quite big cards, these are, and the artwork, as you'll see as I go through the readings when I pull this card out, that's associated with each sign. The artwork is absolutely beautiful, and the artwork's by Josephine Wall. So that's what I'm going to be doing with these readings, guys, for you on this occasion. Like I say, they are sort of seasonal chakra readings, so I'll be doing one for winter come December, which I'll be through for December, January and February. And then obviously I'll do the spring ones, which are March, April and May. And then I'll be doing the summer chakra ones, which obviously are then June, July and August. So that's just the quick outlook on explaining what these readings are about. So guys, I'm going to be reading for Pisces now for this chakra read. And if you're not aware of the chakras, what I'll do is I will put a link below which explains which colour stone, which colour associates with our, it's our internal energy system basically. It runs through our meridians, and we can get these areas of our body blocked for certain things. So we've got like the base chakra, the root chakra, then we've got the sacral, the solar, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and in this set with the white is the clear crystal is the crown chakra, which is obviously the top of the head. Like I say, if you're not aware of the chakra system, I will put a link below, and then obviously that will explain it more. So just give you a little bit of heads up on it if you're new to the chakras. So what I'm going to do, Pisces, is just put these into a little bag, give them a shake up, and we'll see what's drawn out for you guys for the autumn period. So let's have a quick look then, lovely Pisces. We'll delve in. And we have the third eye chakra for yourselves, so we'll have a look to see why that is. I've obviously premeditated on the cards, and if you're new to my channel, what I do is I premeditate, and then I create some little poetry verses to sort of encompass the whole of the reading. So that'll be on this card here, so I'll leave that till last, guys, and read what's on there later. So these are the cards that I premeditated on for you, and the first card, guys, that comes out will be the energy that you've been dealing with, the Animal Spirit Medicine card that you've been dealing with over the summer season, to see what kind of things have been happening, etc. So we'll just turn over the first card and we'll have a look for you. And we have the octopus, and we've got the alchemical sign of water with the downward facing triangle. And so straight away, because it's a water element, then obviously there's been some deep emotions going on with you guys over the summer period, and a lot of information and a lot of things are whirling around in your head, and I need to take the next card to see why that is. So I'll just have a look at the next one, and we've got deceit. Now here, there's so much fire behind this person. I just feel that some of my Pisces, now looking at this card, you've been burnt in a relationship, literally, not like literally burnt, but I'm just saying you've had your fingers burnt by somebody you trusted. So this explains why this is the energy that I feel that you've been dealing with over the last 3 months in the summer season, where as you've coming out of this summer into the autumn, you know, you'd got all your emotions, basically. You were tying yourself in knots over this relationship. You trusted them, you know, you gave your heart to them, basically. And like I say, you've just been burned by this person that you trusted. And you've still got these, you know, as you're coming into the autumn, guys, you've still got these thoughts of what went on in that relationship for the period of time that it lasted. You've still got the, you know, it's consuming your headspace still. All what's gone on and how they sort of treated you at the end. You know, it's like you know, you're still tying yourself in knots coming into the autumn about that situation and what happened there. Because like I say, you trusted them, and at the start, you know, you thought everything was fine, as we do when we start relationships, but they really did. They were deceitful. There was things that they didn't disclose to you. It could be even to the fact that you found out that they may have been married, and you weren't aware, and you know, everything came to the top, to the surface, and then you realised, you know, you'd been taken for a fool, really. But your actual heart, you'd really fell for them hard. So that's why, you know, you were tying yourself in knots and couldn't actually believe that you'd been taken in by this person who basically at the end just, you know, you had your fingers burnt by them, guys. So that's what I'm feeling here for some other Pisces. Obviously, it's not going to resonate with everyone, this, but I just feel on this occasion I'm dealing with some Pisceans who've had some relation issues where the truth's come out, and like I say, you've been burned by this relationship, basically, because they were oh, I can't get the words out. I have so struggled, guys, with my readings because of I've had shingles the last 6 weeks, and really knocked me off my feet. If anybody's never had shingles, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, but it affected my throat and my ear, and I'm still having some effects with the throat, to be fair. So yeah, but anyway, get back to the reading. They actually, like I say, you were burned by this person because you trusted them, and they just basically, like I say, just cut ties off you, because obviously I've got some elements here where I do think some of them were actually either in a relationship already and weren't honest with you, or they were in, it was the kind of thing was, yeah, I'm going to be breaking up with them, I'll let them know, I'll tell them, and they didn't. And so it was just, you know, you were just gutted, really. And like I say, you put all your love and emotion into this relationship because you trusted them. So I'm just going to open the reading up a little bit more. And as you go into autumn, because you're still scarred, guys, from what's gone on in the previous months with this relationship, it's like it's totally consumed your headspace still. So you can't really focus on other things that are happening around you in your life. Like, you can't focus on your work. You can't focus or see the other opportunities that are surrounding you, basically, because, you know, and also I feel it's hard to trust, because you've been burned by this person who basically told you a pack of lies. You're finding it now hard to trust any new thing that comes in. So yeah, you've literally, you've got your heart on your sleeve here, and you did wear your heart on your sleeve to that person. And like I say, they treated you towards the end like terribly. The truth came out, and you just could not believe it. And like I say, it's still consuming your headspace now as you're coming into the autumn. So I'm just going to open this up a little bit more, and we've got Queen of Fire. Now that's a positive card, guys, because I'm looking now towards the end of October, and this energy that you're still tagging along with you coming into the autumn from, having your fingers burnt and lessons learned. I'm happy to say that come October, this energy, you'll be able to finally put closure to it. Because I do feel that someone else will be brought in along your path, and you'll realise that it was literally a lesson learned. But I do feel, like I say, come towards the middle of October, then you are going to have your paths crossed with someone else that will take your eye, basically, but you'll be very guarded, because even though you've managed to put what happened to you to bed, sort of thing, you're still protecting your heart here, because she's got her hands clasped and she's holding this candle close to her. You've seen the light of what went on in the previous relationship, and this time you're going to be asking the questions, and you're not going to be jumping in so quickly, because I think the other relationship was it was just quite a fast-paced relationship that you were in previously, but it's saying this one that's going to be coming into, and I do feel middle of October, end of October, you're going to be more guarded to yourself because of the lesson that you learned in the summer months. So that's what I'm picking up there. So let's just open this up a little bit further, guys. And we've got, I recognise that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. So yeah, this is basically saying there's a completed cycle here from the previous season of the summer, and there's a new phase of your life to do with love that's going to be coming in the autumn period. And like I say, this ties in really that I did feel like there was going to be another new relationship starting here. But in the last relationship, I think you were fearful in losing that person, but then once you realised that they were being not totally true with you, then you've put that to, you've learnt that lesson, you've put it to one side, and you are going to choose love. At last now you can open yourself up again and allow yourself to start a new relationship, because like I said, I do feel you was really, really burnt by that person, because you did really have strong feelings for them, and it is a lesson that you've definitely learned, guys, because it's consumed you. It's literally the whole scenario of it, how it unfolded towards the end, and you just couldn't believe, how dishonest, I got it right this time, guys, dishonest they were across you. So I'm just going to open up this a little bit further, and we've got triggers in this one, and it's basically, the triggers are for you, you will have little pangs of memories of this past relationship that will act as a trigger. Are they telling me the truth? I'm going. They didn't sort of highlight that bit, and these will be your triggers. So it's just to be mindful that don't judge a book by its cover in this new relationship, because I don't want you to sort of base the cover on what you experienced in your previous relationship, because the person that, you know, obviously we have to have time, don't we, to find out what a person is truly like. And obviously you've learnt your lesson from the previous one, because you found out that they were dishonest. So as you go into this new relationship, you are going to jump to triggers, you know, that and the triggers might be that you ask questions, you know, forearmed is forewarned. So if you ask and you doubt, you doubt certain things, this time around, ask the question if you're unsure, or, you know, so not what am I trying to say here? I don't want to lose you all on what I'm trying to say. Triggers, okay? Because you've been in a previous relationship where you were hurt, okay? Don't sort of jump to conclusions that the person that you're going to be going into the new relationship with is going to be, you know, have the same traits as the person that you finished with. And you will get triggers, like I say, that little things will pop up and they will spark a trigger from your previous relationship. That's what I mean to say. The triggers are basically thoughts that will trigger you into what happened to you in the previous relationship. So it's basically saying, try if you do get a niggling doubt or any niggling feelings that do trigger within inside you, where you're not sure about something, instead of letting it ride like you did last time, then just drop it on the toes and ask the question. Because if they'll understand, because if you sit with them and explain to them, you know, you'll have to forgive me if I feel a bit unsure, or I'm a bit guarded, because obviously, you know, without going into too much detail, the previous relationship, you know, they told me a pack of lies, and I'm not judging you, but I'm just safeguarding myself. You know, obviously you'll work it out as you go along, but I'm just feeling that there is going to be a new relationship coming into your life, sort of middle of October, end of October, and I do sense it's an actual good relationship that's going to be coming your way. But it's just saying, don't let old triggers, you know, judge that person for that person that, you know, you came out of the previous relationship from. If that makes, I hope I haven't lost you there, but I just hope that makes some sense to you guys. So you came in with the octopus spirit tagging along from the summer season, you know, head absolutely filled with what went on, still consuming you as you've come into the autumn, not quite believing really the lies that you were told, but you're going out, guys, as the dragon, and it's about the eye on this card, because this is why it ties in perfectly, guys, with third eye chakra, because you were blinded by love. You were blinded by this person that you had this relationship previously, and it absolutely consumed you, to the fact that you just could not believe that they treated you at the end, and you couldn't believe, like I say, I feel some of them were already in a relationship, or they were saying they were going to leave their partner, or they'd left their partner and basically they hadn't, and it, like I say, it totally messed up with your head and consumed your thoughts. But as you go to the end of the autumn period, the end of November, you are going to be, like I say, more aware, and your third eye will be open a lot more to gut feelings, because we only see with our own eyes, you know, what we can just, when we look at something, we just see it for what it is. But with our third eye, guys, it's basically our gut feelings as well. Our third eye is obviously there's two different elements to the third eye. Third eye is our is really what's been taken from us. You know, when we're born as a tiny baby, children up to the age of schooling, up to the age of 5, they are so susceptible to seeing spirit, feeling, sensing. We've got all our natural instincts that we're born with when we're children. But then when we get to the age, we've got all these abilities that we're not aware of because our mind's not developed enough to harness really the gifts that we come in with into this world. And then, of course, when we're 5, we're put into schooling, which is really a controlling structure, and our gifts that we're born with then just get blocked off. You know, they just totally get, our third eye gets totally blocked off. So it's just basically saying, but on this occasion, the third eye, yeah, it can be, like I say, our spirituality, and people open up their third eye again to learn the skills that they had when they were what they were literally born with. But obviously we're too young and unaware then at that age, because we you know, learning to talk and everything else and walk and what have you. You know, we don't realise the strength of that gift. So then when we get into older years, and those who are on the right vibration will then start to work on their third eye again to open up what we were actually born with. So this is just saying, as you go into the autumn period, Pisces, you are going to start to tap into that third eye more than ever, because going through this relationship disaster, I'm going to say disaster because it was a disaster at the end because of the person being so dishonest, has made you aware. So that it's, like I say, it's a big lesson that you've learned. So then when you embark on this new relationship that I feel is going to be coming into the middle of October, end of October, then you are going to have your intuition with your third eye. You're going to be feeling and sensing more. You know, you've actually, you're open more to and susceptible more to, you know, feeling what's right and what's wrong. So that's really positive, Pisces, that's come out at the end for you, because you're going to be in more control, more focused and more in tuned, not to get your fingers burnt again. So yeah, so that's why that chakra stones come out for you guys for this reading for autumn. Now I'm just going to quickly shuffle these cards for you, the affirmation, the Moon Goddess affirmation cards by Terry Foss. So I'm just going to give these a quick shuffle, Pisces, to have a look what the message is on here. But yeah, guys, I really feel for you on this reading, because some of you, this relationship in the last few months in the summertime, you know, where it started off really good, it's had you in such emotional turmoil, you know, literally tying yourself in knots, and, you know, you just couldn't believe it at the end, the way they treated you, to be fair. But like I say, take on board that positivity is coming in the middle of October. There's somebody good going to be coming into your life, guys. So yeah, let's just have a quick look at what we've got here. And we've got, I am taking time to nourish my soul. And I'm going to look at the picture on here, guys, because basically what it is, this is, to me, it's like your heart actually bled from that previous relationship. Your heart was that wounded, and it actually, you know, it actually was so scarred from what went on with that relationship. But it's saying that cycle's ended, because we've got a full moon here at the back of this person, and there's good things coming in. You can't see at the moment because obviously you're facing forwards here, but no, behind you there's new opportunities coming in, and you do need to take the time out to nourish your soul from what's just happened over the last few months, because it did really scar you, because I just feel that as, like, you know, wounds to the heart, and you know, that you just couldn't believe what had happened. But please, my lovely Pisces, take on board that come, like I say, October, middle of October, end of October, I do feel this new relationship will be coming in. And like I say, take it as it is and just use your own intuition, you know, with the third eye chakra. But don't sort of judge a book by its cover. Don't let the triggers, excuse me, see my throat's going again, guys. Don't let the triggers from the previous disastrous relationship, because it was a disaster at the end, don't let that mar the new relationship. Just go in with it, go in with it, be, you know, focused, positive, and if in doubt, guys, then ask the questions or try and find out, you know, do your homework or whatever. But take it from me, I do feel this person who's coming into your life, it's on a positive vibe, and they mean well, and they're trusting and nothing like the person that you've just had the relationship over the summer period with and previous. So I just want to tie this up now with my little bit of poetry. And this time for the chakra readings, I had like pop song lyrics on all the different signs, and so I've actually picked a song for you guys. And the song that came out for me was Anastasia's Heavy on My Heart, a song for you guys because of the relationship that you've just come out with. So yeah, I'll put the link below for the song so you can have a listen to it. But like I say, know that another relationship is due to come in middle of October, end of October, and that's going to be on a positive vibe. So the little bit of poetry I had for you then, my lovely Pisces, was: you've had your fingers burned by someone you thought you could trust. You gave them your heart, to them it was only lust. Hard to let go of a memory that feels like a knife to your heart. In order to start again, you have to fall apart. And that's what I feel, you know, that relationship had you doing. You know, your heart was it just fell apart because you just could not take in what had actually gone on. And like I say, this reading is not going to resonate with the whole collective out there. It's just going to be a small group of people who can take on board with what's gone on here in a relationship sense. My next chakra readings then, guys, will be for the winter season, and that covers obviously December, January and February. So I hope you have a great autumn, my lovely Pisces, and I'll look forward to reading to you next time. Take care then, bye.